All right, we're back after after an overnight of just me being just sleeping on it. I don't know. I don't have streaming endurance, as they say. I stream every day. That's great and all, right? I think. I don't know if that much screen time is healthy, but I keep something going. That's consistent enough. But yeah, it's not a bad deal. We're back. I tested the audio. It should be fine now, hopefully. Um, so anywho, let's let me start it like this. Welcome to Petey Aprendendo Português. This is a second attempt towards day 837 on our daily streak. 837 on our daily streak. So, without further ado, let's begin. And we're back. We're back, my dude. I actually want to see what placement we're in. We're in 5th place still, I believe, with only 7 hours to go. So I will do a quick one, just like I said I would. And that's all I'm going to do. Neota is here. I don't know if I'm... Neota. I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm sorry, Rubes. Let's do some politics. Let's talk about politics. What? Queremos what? We could hear that beautiful audio. We couldn't hear it last night. Neota. Neota. I think I remembered that. Yeah, Neota. Okay, cool. Kumang. We want justice. Queremos justiça. Neota. A solidariedade internacional é muito importante neste momento. International solidarity is very important in this moment. Solidarity. Solidariedade. See? Pronunciation is something that I gotta work on in all facets of my life. It's not just with Portuguese. Milhões de dólares. This is probably bad spelling. Presidenciais envolvem milhões. I actually almost got the spelling right, mostly, exceptions to the accent. So how's your holiday season, Neota? My buddy. Next. The mass, was it the massa? The court entered the mass entered has entered the court. The mass entered, like the group of people, the mass, in mass. Next. Presidential campaigns involve millions of dollars. Campanhas envolvem milhões de dólares. Campanhas presidenciais envolvem milhões de dólares. What has the court decided? Okay, a corte decidiu. I'm spending like spending it like trying to 100% Legends of Arceus. I haven't even bought that game yet. I got to. It's a good game. I'm actually, I'm tempted to play Pokemon Scarlet after this, but like should probably call my fiance and be like, "Yo, baby, how you doing, lady?" But I'll definitely be on later. Ayo, Pavel is on as well. You guys are both on Twitch. Strange, like I'm so used to Ruby commenting on my videos. A população mostra solidariedade às vítimas. The population shows solidarity with the victims. You fool. These are the presidential candidates. The nature is rich in this country. A natureza é riqueza deste país. It doesn't let me hear the Am I saying wrong? I'm always on Twitch. No, I'm talking about Neota. He's we go way back, man. I started YouTube like in like 2017, and one of my first commenters was probably Neota. Or my most prominent commenter with when I was doing more music was Neota. I want to get back to that, man. I think I'm going to separate my YouTube channels. I already did that with Bambi. I think I'm going to do that with each of my pets, just to commemorate all them, and also like some stuff that I do with family members or friends, like if I do like a joint YouTube thingy, that'd be cool. Collaborations, like if I have a collaboration channel with somebody, I might even take some clips off of Petey Aprendendo Português and then just upload them in a chronological order, and then just get to it whenever I can, just so you guys who are fans of the Aprendendoing of the Português can like be like, yo, what up? And one for gaming too, like one for the Pokemons, one for or just one for gaming, one for Portuguese, one for the pets, or one for each pet. I used to be like, no, let's keep it all here. I want to be just like PewDiePie and have everything all on one channel. But even now, after he's retired, there's like PewDiePie highlights or PewDiePie clips. And that's just the nature of YouTubies now, which is kind of stupid. It's crazy. Like back in 2009, and I'm gonna go on a bit of a tangent here. Back in 2009, do you guys remember when like Facebook was like just an all-in-one package? You post your status, you got the instant messaging, you've got everything all in one. You have videos. And that kind of went away after like 2013, and it started slowly becoming more and more watered down. Like, I boycotted Facebook for a long time and still kind of do. Like, I don't use Facebook, even though I probably should because I need to make more money. But it's like Messenger is kind of bullshit because it's just Facebook messaging had it in the Facebook app when you had it on your phone, and there was that like circle draggy thing that you could like have as the messenger, and like they took that feature away and then just made a new shitty app for some stupid reason. But yeah, the bubble. There we go. Yeah, the bubble. The bubble. Bubbity bubs. But it's the same thing with YouTube, you know? Like, it's with anything now. It's with the internet in general. Like, you used to do everything on, like, YouTube, Facebook, but now there's, like, so many other alternative platforms because the original platforms that we all relied on became so watered down and so, like, anti-user friendly and anti for the end user, anti for the end user. Just ended up being a clusterfuck. The bubble is the main thing that makes me keep on using Messenger. No, but there was a time before Messenger existed. It's my point. My point is, like, the bubble is the main thing that makes me keep using Messenger. Like, Messenger was in the Facebook app. Like, on your phone, you didn't need to have just your Facebook app and your Messenger app. It was all just Facebook messaging. It was before Messenger. And it was way more simple. It's just, okay, go to this tab and here's DMing on Facebook. I don't know if they went back to it, but ever since 2013, and I heard about Apple, or not Apple, the Facebook company, you know, listening in on everything you do. Like in Twitter, like in Instagram, which is, you know, Facebook owned. Yeah, I mean, it makes logical sense, doesn't it? To, you know, have everything all in one. It's kind of like the YouTube apps. Like, you should be able to do YouTube studio stuff and anything YouTube related on one app, right? But no, you got to get the YouTube studio app. You got to get the YouTube blah, blah, blah app. You got to get the YouTube blah, blah, blah app to do, like, what the original app provided. I remembered giving the YouTube Studio app a 1-star review on the App Store. And I think I'm going to do it on the Google Play Store as well. Because it's just watered down. And let's continue. Deficit é grande. Yeah. A riqueza desta nação é grande. The wealth of this nation is large. Yes, like America. Probably easier to maintain and code when in different apps. It's a cop-out. That's kind of a cop-out. Like, hola caminero. What does that mean? Does that mean comrade? What's up, Wolf Luna? It's probably easy. Argentina ganhou, rapaz. Oh yeah. Naya was telling me about winning. Compañero. Okay. And also, some people don't need YouTube Studios like me, so no need to put it in one app and make the app larger in size. Or you could optimize it. You could do multiple things. Like, you could optimize it. You could put more reliance into the YouTube servers, which Google has infinite amounts of resources in order to do so. I mean, it's not a lot of entitlement to ask for, you know, just basic functionality be handled by the YouTube servers if Google is going to data mine everybody and basically, you know, cartel in this social credit point system. Like, if they're going to be the proponents, like, if Google is going to be the proponent of, like, ending the Fourth Amendment in the US, then, or is it the Fifth? I think it's the Fifth Amendment, rights to privacy. If they're going to end the rights to privacy for the world and selling and metadating everything that we have to do, they might as well, like, have everything all included in one app. They might as well use, allocate every resource available to make it as easy to use and not have to go through, you know, bullshit clutter, essentially. Google's data mining me up the ass, says Neota. Cup aside, how can I get people on Twitch? I don't know, says Wolf Luna. The ads I get is relatable to the social conversations I have thanks to my mobile device. Yeah, I like how like farming technology is like behind by centuries, but like anything that we use to like gather information and intel, that's the highest tier. And it's kind of similar to like um, the reason why technology advanced. It's military. It's all military. Yeah, because I'm thinking of doing a live Ultra Moon Nuzlocke. Ooh yeah. You I would look up tutorials on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, to do like you need to I'll message you on Discord about steps on how to live stream stuff. But as far as getting people on Twitch, you just need to go live. I would go live on a multi-streaming platform like I'm using. I'll send you a link. I don't even know if I have referral links to that stuff, but I'll help you out. I'm my buddy, because you definitely helped me out. Anywho, I gotta do this Duolingos. Let me just do an exercise real quick, because that's what I'm here for. I will, eu serei I will be a kind, uma, a kind of institutional ambassador. Isn't it precise? Kind of. Un poco. Tipo was what I was looking for. Eu serei de uma embaixador. This could be wrong. Institucional. Uma. Oh, I forgot that. Oh no. The government offers financial funding to the project. No, that's what the taxpayer does. But the government does whatever they want with the money. O governo ofereceu financiamento para o projeto. Here's the thing. When you're a governor and people are just giving you money and you can't say no to them. Like they got to spend all that money on drugs and hookers. And like maybe like 10% of that could go into like building a hospital. Maybe, I don't know. It could get into the yacht money. So oh. People, difícil. Difícil or something like that. Okay, it's with an I. Difícil. E. It's difficult. Difícil, mas nós queremos acreditar na justiça. It is hard, but we want to believe in justice. Bring in justice for all. Neota says, the taxpayer pays for national things. However, a good percent of that taxpayer money goes back to the government for mostly military reasons. No, that's incorrect. See, the American taxpayer pays the IRS, and then that goes to the Federal Reserve. The government gets their money from the Federal Reserve, and takes out as much money as they think possible, or whatever the cost of a yacht is, or private jet fuel, and just because that's a need. That's a need when you're a politician. You need to be able to go to offshore islands where you can mate with minors. That's exactly what the Federal Reserve is funding. The fellatio with youngins. It's not what the taxpayers support. But the money's coming from somewhere. They're keep on printing it. Taxpayer pays for national things. No, the goods and services come from the trickle down economics of what is allowed, or what, just to keep us calm and complacent and pretending that we know, like, we what we're getting, or pretending like like we're getting something out of it, like, like the like nonprofit foundations that exploit the the whole like, you could get like nonprofit organization status on something, and you could give, like, let's say like $1 million um in non from the nonprofit organization, and let's say but what you receive is like 200 million, and then you could just, if you're the owner of that nonprofit organization, you could just pocket the rest and just be like, oh yeah, that's like administrative cuts. It's really hard to be the administrator. I think I deserve it. And sure enough, you could just, there are ways to get away with that. And and the only thing that will change with that is if everybody creates like a business and then a nonprofit, and then they just take their money from their business or their personal income, put it into the nonprofit that is supposed to be for charitable ends, and then nobody pays taxes. But that's not going to happen. It's only for the smaller players that have to pay taxes. But the big players, they have to murder, kill, and destroy whoever leaks information about them that can be tax evading with Petey. Yeah, exactly. I basically teach. I'm not suggesting you should do this, and I'm not like a huge proponent of it, but that's just like that's what people do. You know, the thing is like, what's the problem is like, you should be able to put your money where you want it to. If you're a benevolent person, right? Don't the churches not don't the churches nonprofit their donations? Yeah, because it has to do with religion. Like, there should be like a separation of church and state. The state shouldn't have control over the doings of a religion, because that's like, yeah, that would get too muddled in, because then the church would then fund. And I guess you could, in a way, like, so that's the Neota's got onto something. Maybe we all start a church. I'll start the Church of Petey, and you guys can give me like $20. I'll just give you $20 back. No, that would be fucked up. That would be funny. Ajax is on YouTubies. Not a problem, Neotas. The parties made an alliance. Os partidos fizeram uma aliança. And anytime the parties make an alliance, it's when they want to go blow up kids in the Middle East. That's the only time you see that on like the mainstream all the time. It's like, here's this warmonger hawk pretending to be a dove, sitting next to like a former comedian talk show host that, like, and they're just, that used to be counterculture. Not gonna say names, but like, you see them sitting at the same table, and this like former comedian counterculturist that was anti-establishment just kind of like nodding his head along with this warmonger that just blows kids up, under the guise of peace and liberty. And it's like, I guess he sold out, and now he's being used as a political mouthpiece. If you guys want to know more, The Church of Petey, I'd support. No, I'd probably come up with something more like clever than that. Although that would be funny. I would actually I want to see the application process of the Church of Petey. I gotta write some deep lore for myself. Ele está preocupado. You know, I think my fiance would like disown me because she's very much like monotheistic, believe in God, which is technically Christianity, like Judeo-Christian, taxitarian church. That would be rich. It would be because it would preserve wealth. L. Ron Petey. I like that. I like that. L. Ron. Oh, that was funny. Because I know a few of those guys. You get into some crazy stuff in when you're trying to improve yourself and your finances. You get involved with Lord Xenu, man. I got a warlock pact with Lord Xenu, guys. I'll say that much. Woof. Oh boy, oh boy. It's not too bad though. You know, it is what it is. Hell, Ron Petey, non-taxes. You know, I also thought about, okay, here's another concept. Make like an LGBTQ plus church, right? And call it Gay Jesus or something like that, and just so that like government doesn't get involved too much with marriage. It's just a religious thing, but it's religiously acknowledged as marriage, you know, because that's what they believe. It's like a gay church, you know, that, you know, supports gay marriage. Working on that right now. All right. Wait, you're working on what now? The gay church? I didn't know you swung that way, Nate. Neotas. That's like every Protestant church already. Oh, really? It is, Ajax? I didn't... Yeah, it's like every Protestant church. Okay. I mean, I think it should be aside from Christianity. It should just be its own thing. It should have its own lore. You know, the Romans weren't as fashionable, and gay Jesus came down to show the word of God, and how to dress nicely and how to get in shape and to have an even suntan. I don't know. The thing is like there's got to be like there would be like a book of Genesis that's like it instead of Adam and Eve, it would be Adam and Steve, actually, like in the book of gay Genesis. And Steve was created with a rib, just like Eve. I don't know, like it would be something of that nature. The Romans were against it until the end of the empire, when they started to adopt the ways of the Greeks. Yeah, democracy. Because that's how you destroy a constitutional republic. You invoke democracy into it. Because that's not what we are. You know, we're a constitutional republic, and every time you open up a news station, you see our democracy. We're never gonna have a democracy anymore. It's like, good we never were, because there's enough people that like I don't think can represent themselves eloquently enough. Like, we elect representatives for a reason, because there's stupid people in the world, right? Sad Guru, I think, said something like this. He says something like, democracy is of the people, by the people, for the people. And it's a beautiful thing. But the people are retarded. He says it just like that. But the people are retarded. No, he says it more like that. And he's right. Like, most of us are stupid. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm not... I don't think I'm too well-versed in the inner machinations specifically of the Constitution. Even though, I have enough of a grasp to make an executive decision. And there's a fine line too. It's like lesser government, if you look up like the difference between a democracy and a republic, it's very subtle, but it's important. And I think it would have been important for the Romans, before they fell. Democracy is of the billionaires, for the billionaires, and by the delusions of the people, says Ajax. Yeah, I mean, ideally, it'd be great to have an equal say in something. But if one person says the one deepest truth that everybody else agrees with, then that's the reason why to have a representative to speak on behalf for everyone else. And the ideal that we have to hold and hold true, which is this is the distinction, it's individual liberty. Individual liberty trumps democracy, hands down. Democracy, for just being democracy, it's almost like a soft communistic socialistic thing that you see countries even today that adopt that type of mob rule mentality. It has that mirroring effect of just being in this like hellish everyone like crabs in a bucket type of like pulling everybody down and raising people up, and it's just nobody's ascending to a higher point. They're just kind of picking at each other or raising each other up depending on what it is, and there's no real progress. Not gonna lie, I want a pre-medieval, pre-parliamentary monarchy. Okay, well, grab a shovel, my friend. You're gonna be farming and doing 14-hour a day back-breaking labor, as you peasant. Like why do like so? It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I've been to Ren fairs. I love Renaissance fairs personally. But that's just stay fantasy, man. I don't want to do excessive amounts of farm labor and things like that and get paid nothing for it, because that's what a monarchy gets you. It gets you no progress, and it gets you because there's no incentive to progress if you're never going to be king or queen. I'm nostalgic of the 400s. Yeah, I mean 400s, baby. 400 kids would only understand. Pre-Renaissance. I'm talking way before that. Oh, okay. Yeah, my world history's kind of foggy right now. Around the 400s. Is that... I mean, a lot of cool swords were made back then. I mean, not too cool. Are you talking about, like, the fall of Rome? It's like the Byzantine Empire? I don't know. All I need is a donkey and a patch of land. Okay, you Mexican. Jesus. Okay, that that was mean, but it's true. Like, geez, man, you gotta have more confidence in yourself. Think of this though. Like, imagine we've gotten to this beautiful futuristic world that we have these devices that can these scrying stones that made of like crystals and gold interconnectivities to then send energy into the aether to then be used as a way to send sophisticated messages to each other. And guess what? Half of us already sent our wieners. Like, half of us just use it to send our wieners. So what does that tell you about humanity? It doesn't matter what the technology is, we are still unevolved. And to get back to that primal state, we're just still the same like unevolved creatures without the tools necessary to be productive in any way, shape, or form. Renaissance is like 15th and 17th century. Oh, okay. It's been a long time since I've studied history. Like that far back. I'm more concerned about like American history. Because America is the best. And that like another like addendum thing that I've only studied that was outside of American history is its parallel. It's something, Ajax, if you want to look this up, look up the financial parallels between Rome and the U.S. And you'll learn a lot about the just how money works in general, and how the survival of a constitutional republic after the secession of a monarchy, which Rome exactly was, and this is how we could learn from history, is we have to have control over our own sugar. Because if we don't, then it'll get perverted. Gold coins will start being infused with copper. See where I'm going with this? And the, and it's just like the end of Rome, where we're all lazy and getting stupid and not doing shit. So yeah, it's and like we're the last line of defense towards like being equal, or not equal, but being free. Liberty is because like I think I heard somebody say something like, if our motive is equality, then we're going to do everything, and that's what a democracy does. It goes for equality, but the thing is like there's going to be governmental control on enforcing equality, which they can't do. They could barely pave the roads. So many goddamn potholes in my town, and there's nothing. Like, it's like fucking Domino's pizza, like, filled more potholes than a state government ever could. And it's just like, what are we what the fuck are we paying for? Laissez-faire, I guess, is the way of saying it. It tells us about humanity that we need to go back to the old 20s, the year of 420. That's the Stone Age. I would argue. The beard is making you look like a Roman or a Greek now. My fiance said like the cutest Santa Claus because I got the rosy cheeks going. But actually, this necklace I got that you have all probably seen me in a lot of my stuff. Yeah, I got this in Greece. And I don't know what it's somebody told me that the merchant said it symbolized labyrinth, but labyrinth was like more I don't know, geometric is the right word, but it's more like square like of a pattern, where this is, more circular. I just got this because, I looked up on the internet a long time ago that the swirl is actually symbol of creativity. But yeah, the ever winding and infinite possibility of creation, and I thought that was pretty cool. It also looks like, like if I were to have a Pokemon team, I'd definitely have a Poliwrath or a Poliwhirl, which, is the first Pokemon that Red has in the Pokemon Adventure series. So I'm all for that too. But yeah, I do kind of look Greek. See, I'm pretty sure I'm a reincarnation of like a Greek or a Roman pre-calamity, like fall of the empire, because I'm a goddamn degenerate, I swear. I'm such a lightweight. I'm probably like, I'm probably the reason that the fall of Rome and Greece happened, because I'm not a capable person. But we're doing Duolingos right now, so like, it is what it is. I'm doing my darndest. Ela está preocupando como deficit. Deficit. Oh yeah, baby. He is worried about the deficit. Do you think about the what do you think? What do you think about the what? What's asumir? Asumir. What do you think about taking on the party of the presidency? What do you think about taking on the party of the presidency? Você pensar em assumir a presidência do partido? Do you think about taking on the presidency? Oh, fuck. Do you think about taking on... Oh, okay. Whatever, dude. The wealth, the wealth, riqueza of this is desta nação é grande. I like how I get into like this deep discussion with everybody, and I'm just like going on and on about China. Goddamn it. Goddamn commies. I feel like I'm an old man in a young person's body. I gotta do some Akashic reading of my being. I gotta get a feel on like where I came from, because I think I'm an old soul here. I gotta get a psychic to help me out here. Pay $50. Access the Akashic records, and just tell me all of my... Who was I in a past life? Did I actually exist in a past life? Or maybe I'm a young soul thinking like an old man. Maybe it's all a lie. Maybe nothing happens. Maybe nobody has a soul. I don't know. If I think that, then I don't know, I'll like have a meltdown, because it's like, if we don't have a soul and nothing happens when you die, then like, nothing... What consequence do I have in like being a total maniac? It's very conflicting. It's how you destroy a society, by the way. And that's how you destroy a society. You just entrain people. You use media endeavors to brainwash stupid people. And I would say it's at least like 90% of the country is just stupid people. Um, Myself included, We don't know what's going on. And maybe stupid isn't the right word. Maybe it's ignorant towards what's actually going on. And nobody's going to reveal anything. It's like, you ever go into a fight and you're just like, I'm going to punch you in the face with my right arm. And then you have 0.1 second to block it. Okay, what's your move? What do you do? It's not a turn-based strategy game. It's just straight up like live action pooping on your bottom line, basically. Most people never get a chance to learn how to think independently, says Ajax. That's definitely true. I mean, what makes you think that government-funded schooling would invoke anything like that? That would affect the status quo of government in a negative way. Like, like if I'm like working for Hershey and they're telling me, all right, there's like, maybe like 0.5% of bugs that end up in our chocolate. And, the milk in the chocolate is formed from like cow pus milk that goes into the chocolate that's heavily processed, goes through all sorts of soy, filament just to make sure that we can like use this little chocolate. 'Cause chocolate's hard to get, right? And I work for Hershey, and I say all this stuff as like a public spokesperson. If you want, and I tell them like, hey, if you want to have a good snack, you should have a Hershey. You should have like, something homemade. You should ideally have the fresh cacao nibs, and just put that in your cereal or put that in a s'more. But no. Like what salesperson would ever say that their product sucks? I guess is the real thing. And that's the thing too. Like, I can't lie. I have such a bad time with lying, and because I know, like, yeah, well, maybe it does suck. Like, it's got to be something unanimously. Like, here's, like, if I'm selling the best, and I'm good at making popcorn. I'm gonna use popcorn as an example. Like, if I'm at the counter making your popcorn with my own wits about me, with no soy crap, just olive oil on a kettle, doing my darnest, doing my craft, and I say, here you go, my friend. And if everything was ideally artisan, I'd be like, yes, this is something I'd recommend because it's not crap. But if I was working at like any generic movie theater and they're just like, and I'm supposed to sell this stuff, I'm going to be like, here's your like disgusting, probably give you cancer soy butter popcorn that's probably going to give you cancer, which has been proven to give you cancer, even though the CEO of the company will not drink the product that kills of the poison company. He won't what is it? He won't kill the I'm losing my train of thought. He won't try his own poison, basically. Harvey says hello. Oi, Harvey. All right, we got to get back to this. All right, let's do... The wealth of this nation is large. A riqueza desta nação é grande. I lost my train of thought for like a solid 5 seconds. But you get the idea. Like, nobody's going to taste their own poison and try to sell it to you as poison. They're going to say, hey, this is a product. O do jeito que você falar deve ser americano, says Harvey. The something of you speaking should be American. We are 837. See? Alright, let's get that flame, by the way. I'm beating a dead horse here. Como ele pode falar em justiça? How can he speak of justice? How can he speak of justice? Como ele pode falar em justiça? How? Como? Ele. He. Can, pode. Falar, speak, aim, of, justiça, justice. The parties made an alliance. Fizeram uma aliança. Aliança. Os partidos fizeram uma aliança. The parties made an alliance. Yeah, girl. Why Portuguese? Asks Harvey. Because I have a hot Brazilian fiance that's gonna be my wife. Gonna be my wife. Modern food industry, Ajax says, modern food industry summed up. Yeah, pretty much. You know, like you could say though, like that this is kind of like a government subsidy type of deal that would be less of a reason to give money to the entity that is funding a poison manufacturing company. You know, to create a bunch of food, I mean, for granted, it's great. Which part of Brazil your hot fiancée is from? She's from the Northeast. The Northeast, a very beautiful woman. She is my love. I noticed there's a lot of Brazilians in Miami, Georgia, and Texas. And I think California as well. Oh, cool. Good on you, man. Thanks, man. I got a lot of people that I talk to, though, that are just like, oh, no. Like, I had this one guy last year say, no. You should, like, go for, like, this like, tall blonde girls. About that. And then he said something racist later on about women from the Northeast. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you, man. I'm going to get regulated from the league on Duolingo. Relegated. I'm going to get relegated from the league on Duolingo, but I really can't be bothered to do more than one lesson today. No. Do it. It's only a minute. Do it with me while we're here. Giggity. Ajax from YouTube. You do a Duolingo lesson right now while we're talking about stupid shit. I mean, I'm from the Northeast. I know how hot they are. See, Harvey knows. Harvey knows. What part? Which state? I'm not gonna look you up. Your secret's safe with me on who you are and your identity and stuff. Pernambuco. Yeah, I've been to I might go there for Carnival. My fiance showed me Olinda. We went to Recife for like a 4-day weekend. It's been a while ago, but hola. We got a new friend here, Zepoliglotaber. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh yeah, before the pandemic, I used to go to Olinda every year. Same as her. And I saw the puppetry. I was too afraid to go into the puppet museum because it kind of freaked me out. But really, like, I'm like, I'm a big fan of like the culture and how unique it is. I'm a tuba player too. You're from Brazil too? Awesome. We're talking about Carnival in Olinda. Me add no Duolingo. Eu vou, meu amigo. But yeah, the culture in Brazil, it's, in Olinda specifically about like the puppets. I thought that was cool to see. I didn't go to the museum though, because the puppets did scare me a little bit. But I as a tuba player, I would love to learn like some of the Frevo standards that they have. I just need to get access to like some sheet music for there. What was the thing that scared you the most in Brazil? Um, Nick. Um, uh, I'm just gonna call you Zeppo. Zeppo. Come to my from Twitch. I think I have an invite link. It's the underscore Petey. It's the same. No. It's just the Petey on Duolingo if you want to follow me. And I'll follow you back right after this too. Um, about the culture shock stuff. So for me, like I guess for Harvey, the culture shock. I don't know honestly. I went in with a lot like with 2 years prepared, cause like I met my fiance in like 2020 during the heat of the pandemic in the summertime, and I kind of just talked to her for like all of 2021 and the rest of 2020, and we just kind of I was just kind of prepped with everything. You know, I was expecting to get stabbed, but it honestly like the place we were at was like kind of normal America. I was expecting to get stabbed, but like jokingly, like there are bad neighborhoods. To avoid the bad neighborhoods. It's just like the ghettos in the U.S. There's a lot of ghettos there, but there's definitely a lot here too. Like, we're not like us Americans are not like strangers to pooping on the streets. If you avoid dangerous places, you'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, the rule of thumb is stay along the coast, which I do. I'm from Natal, Brazil. Oh, that's great. I've been to Natal as well. It's a beautiful place. I did a dune buggy ride. I took the tour dune buggy ride. Uh, you know, the driver in Natal for the dune buggy was epic. He whipped the shit out of it. There's this thing called Sky Bunda where it's like a zip line thing, and I have I have videos and pictures of me doing doing some of the attractions or along the tour at least. Ajik says, my grandfather lived in Brazil and he used to carry a gun everywhere. But this was like in the 50s and 60s. Like he should, because that's what you do in a republic. You gotta, just in case if your First Amendment speech, freedom of speech isn't being allowed, you gotta show some justice. I think it was like, I forget. I think it was Thomas Jefferson, or that said, or it might have been Ben Franklin that said like the something of liberty has to be refreshed with the blood of tyrants. It's kind of messed up, but it's very much true. Harvey says they drive like they're running for their lives. Yeah, I saw the drive. Yeah. Something you say about like the driving is like it's very close, and it's very like mirror to mirror. Everything's so like precise. But I trust that like Brazilians know what they're doing with driving. We have a lot of old stupid people in the U.S. and they don't really like taking risks, but Brazilians do because they have nice weather. It's not snowy and slippery all the time like where I'm from. It's straight like risk taking, mirror to mirror, close as fuck traffic. Another culture shock I guess is like the fact that it's like I'm not fluent in Portuguese and it's like hard to communicate. I guess only the communication side of it. Um, and I sometimes wonder, like, if I did communicate with some of the people there, would they see me as an asshole or like as a joke? I don't know. Who the hell knows? Um, but yeah, the driving's pretty chaotic, but it's not that different from like Florida driving. Like Interstate 4 is in Florida is like the most dangerous in the nation, and that's kind of like just normal Brazilian driving. It's like a combination of Interstate 4 in Florida and India. If they had a baby, that would be Brazilian traffic. But Natal is like I don't know. Natal is beautiful. There's a lot of young people in Natal. Like my 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 fiance hated it because she's starting to be like, meh, look at all these young people, meh. She's getting to be like that now. And, you know, the loud music is kind of annoying. She needs to, like, she likes peace and quiet. She's starting to, which she was quite the opposite of that, like just a couple of years ago. But it happens, you know, like I love this sound padded room and everything's all quiet and calm. Because, you know, you get older, you're more prone to panic attacks, especially if you're not working out regularly. I think most people would appreciate you learning Portuguese in any city. Yeah, I'm just shy and embarrassed that I suck. And I don't know, I don't like being made, I'm very sensitive to being made fun of. So I'm just like, I prefer to default to illiteracy than actually pretending like I know what I'm talking about. Ajax says, I'm young, but I have a 70-year-old mindset. Are you? Are you talking about me? Because some people say that I have that too. But yeah, face. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to like get to fluency and just be all like communicating with everybody. The problem is I'm worried that nobody's gonna like me because I'm gonna say too many like offensive things that isn't like acceptable in my fiance's friend circle. So I sometimes don't know if I like, cause like I'm bad with having filters sometimes, especially now because I keep swearing and I keep talking about like wrong think in regards to politics. And the social credit points will be deducted from this channel when I say the wrong belief system. And you know, it's just, it is what it is. I'll take the hit. I'll take the hit for you guys. I'll take the hit. Ajax says I'm at rank 19 now. That should be enough. Oh, you mean like demotion? Oh, I see. You're gonna be demoted. No, I honestly, man, you should do if there's only like 3 hours left, you should be fine. But I don't know. Somebody might sneak something from you. I'd go to 15. Go to 15, because and this is a bit of a Duolingo insider secret that I've discovered from doing Duolingo every day for too long. If you get to 10th place, you'll get into like a higher rank of competition. If you go to like a range of like, it's like the top 10, you'll have to work harder that next week. If you go below 10, and I think 15 is the sweet spot, then you'll be like in a lesser competitive leaderboard thing for the next week. And it depends on how much XP do you have. Like, do you have like 100 XP? Because like, if you do, I would just spam story time until you get enough. All right, let's continue. Enough gabbing. Os partidos fizeram uma aliança, right? The parties made an alliance. presidenciais envolvem milhões de dólares. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You know, you guys have Lula, right? And it's you guys are like on the fence about Lula. To give you guys perspective, my fiance voted for him. That's where she swings politically. A lot of people liked Bolsonaro. There's a lot of people that died in the name of defending Bolsonaro, which is kind of ridiculous. I wouldn't risk my life for any stupid politician. But people say that he's like the Bernie Sanders of Brazil. And funny thing you guys should know is that Bernie Sanders actually took the millions of dollars that he got from campaign donations and he put it into his third summer home, which was ridiculous. But it doesn't cost millions of dollars to put an ad on YouTube. It's ridiculous. It takes $100,000 and one message. We're gonna fix shit, and we're actually gonna do our goddamn job. That's how you get elected. Anyways, Victor is here. He's in the party. Victor is here. He is the main boy. You've been in touch with Brazilian for a long time. What's the biggest mistake you've noticed in our English? How's your progress going, Petey? Says Victor. It's going good. Let me answer your question to Harvey. It's been a while in touch with... That's tough to say. What's the biggest... As far as dialect goes, I think it's adorable. That's the thing. Like, I'm too brainwashed by, like, my love for my fiance that I can give you, like, a solid answer on any of that. Because it's like... she just sounds so cute when she speaks in English, and she's got a very calming voice that I just wait, what's a speech thing that she doesn't get wrong? I sometimes speak incorrect English as well from just talking to her all the time. Like using ed at the end, like as like the past tense, like let's say the word involved or opened or closed or what else? Walked. A lot of Brazilians pronounce the E. So they pronounce it in like multiple syllables where it's like, I walked is how you say it in, American English. Brazilians with a, Brazilian Portuguese accent say walked or closed. Oh, like this store is closed. And that's something I noticed. It's a hache. Nothing to do with hache. It hits you when it's too late. It hits you when you're down. Oh, heartache. Heartache. Is that a song? I think that's a song. You gotta send that to me, Vic. Lamau, I've never noticed it. Thanks. Yeah, sure thing. I think it's cute. Like you guys say like envelope. We just say envelope. It's the same word. Just envelope. It's more like let me type it actually. Let me reply. It's like walked. Some words are pronounced with E, which makes it hard for foreigners, like cornered, tailored, etc. Cornered. There's something that my sister worked in Disney as a photopass um, photography, and I guess another thing you could say is like I guess the order of words, and I think when you translate from English to Portuguese, there are some words left out to indicate who you're referring to. Like when when you have to say something like I am doing this because I am blah blah blah. Um, in Portuguese, you don't really have to re-enunciate eu. You don't have to say I like 2 or 3 times. It's more common to not even use the word I. You just use the word that describes what the action of I would do. I guess in the verb tense, you know, like I buy a car, you could say eu vendo carro, but it's like it would be vendo carro, or no, that would be sell. Sorry, excuse me. I think it'd be compro. I forget what buy. I know vendo. I sell a car. Eu vendo o carro. Carro. But like I feel like that there would be some sort of like context that would be left out in when trying to learn English. And it's difficult. It's difficult, man. I'm learning it. Gracias a Deus. Thank the gods. Do you plan on visit Lebanon one day? It's a random question. I have no idea. I didn't have a plan for that. Sometimes I feel like too much funny thing. Yeah, I this, I that. I know you have to keep, because here's the thing. References to things can constantly change, and in English, you always have to re-enunciate what you're referring to so you don't lose somebody's train of thought in a string of an idea. Because you could be referring to a thing, you could be referring to that person's doings with that thing, or that same person with another person or another thing, another noun, and I understand the sentiment of the assumption of going back and forth, and I think that's kind of like a cultural difference that I think Brazilian Portuguese taught Brazilians, is that there's a lot of indications of there's a lot of push to assume rather than assume and accept for what you think something might be based on learning the language itself, rather than truly pinpointing and truly enunciating what exactly you're referring to. And that's a big frustration I have culturally. It's not really a shock, it's just culturally I don't see that as any way of being correct, that you should just assume based on a hunch or based on like the collective, yeah, this is all what we understand, what's your problem kind of mentality. Because there's always going to be somebody that doesn't get it, and that person that doesn't get it won't have any hope to get it unless if somebody really helps and explains what exactly is being referred to. I want to go to Damascus one day. I want a Damascus knife. I like Damascus patterns on steel, but I don't know enough about like I'm pretty sure that's where that came from. Was actually, if you look it up, Damascus came from Damascus. I don't know if that's Lebanon or Syria though. Syria. Well, I mean, as far as Syria goes, I don't know if they'll like Americans. Did it used to be part of Lebanon in the past? All right, I'm going to keep going. You guys are talking to each other. I'm going to keep going. Campañas presidencias envolvem milhões de dólares. Presidential. Campañas presidenciais envolvem milhões de dólares. Presidential campaigns involve millions of dollars. Lies. 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 It's just laundering money for yachts and private jets and jet fuel, which doesn't melt steel beams. I will be a kind of institutional ambassador. Eu serei be a kind uma oh, this is the one I got wrong. Embaixador. Oh, I think it's embaixador de institucional. Eu serei uma embaixador de institucional. Okay, eu serei a special. Oh, a specie is a kind of. Okay, that makes sense, like a specialist. Wow, we got 100. Harvey says, well, I'm going to cook dinner. Thanks for all the help, man. Have a good stream. Hope to see a subscription from you, Harvey. I'd love to be good friends with you, just like I am with Victor and Ajax over here. Only time I met people from Lebanon was when I visited Armenia. We actually I did an Armenian funeral like months ago. I didn't know Armenia existed until a few months ago. It's a beautiful place, I would assume. Do you think about taking on the presidency? Do you wait. Do you think about taking on the president? On the party of the presidency. Okay. Do you think about taking on the presidency of the party? Oh, god damn it. Not I flipped it. Eu serei a kind of espécie, uma espécie, a special kind of embaixador de institucional. Now it's a tiny country surrounded by hostile nations. Yeah. I hope someday, I hope we don't get, surrounded by hostile nations in America. Eu serei uma espécie de embaixador. Fuck. Of. So it's just, alright. I'm pooping on my lesson. Do you think about taking on the presidency of the party? Você pensa em assumir a presidência do partido? Yeah, do you think about taking on the presidency of the party? I do. I'm gonna take over the world. I'm gonna destroy the world and recreate it in my image. For I am God. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't hurt me. I feel like I'm in a weird mood today. I will be a kind of institutional ambassador. Eu serei uma espécie de embaixador Institucional. And this is for the win, guys. Finally. All right. Let's do it. Boom. It says we're 40 XP away from our daily goal. Out of curiosity, when is the next Pokemon stream, says Ajax. I will get to that in a sec. It doesn't matter right now, because what matters right now is, boom, 837 on the daily streak, keeping the flame going, keeping it alive. And what's more important is we check it out on the phone app as tradition. So where is Kade? Oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit. Where is Kade? My wife. Meu amor. My love. Boom. She's in Brazil, stuck. That's where she is. Alright, let's see it. Story complete. And it completed in an hour. Oh my god. 1 hour. I'm just gonna leave that up here. I'm not even gonna screenshot that. That's pretty pathetic. All right, boom. 837. Starting the week off strong. That's a beautiful thing, guys. My kids, my boys. So, Ajax asked when the next stream will be for the Pokemons. I'm going to try to do today. It's a Sunday, so I do want to talk to my fiance and talk about some immigration stuff and see her beautiful shining face. So I'm going to shoot for later tonight, all things considered and all. But, you know what? Thank you guys. I'm going to leave it there. I only did one lesson. I only did 2 lessons, but I'm fine. I'm in 5th place on the leaderboard, so I'll be okay. But, you know, I'd like to thank you guys for the wonderful conversations. Ajax, Mr. Victor, Harvey, our new friend from Twitch, who was the other guy? I'm scrolling up right now. It's the Zeppo with the Duolingo demands of being friends and all that stuff. And I think Neota from earlier. Neota. Got to pronounce that right. Pavel, of course, as always. And Wolf Luna from YouTube's. And am I missing anybody else? I think that's everybody. So thank you guys for joining. We had a wonderful conversation of me yelling about my beliefs and you guys just hopefully passively accepting my beliefs. I'm kidding. You guys don't have to do. You guys can do what you want. Live your lives and believe what you like. Vote for who you want to that makes you happy. Just don't have it affect me. That's all. Just have it don't affect me. Like, not affect me at all, and we'll be cool. That was a political lesson, and that was a very political discussion. So I'll be on later to do my Pokemons. 837 days, though. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Pokemon Scarlet. I beat everything that I need to, and now it's like, not post-game stuff, but it's going to be like, you know, got to do the Elite Four, got to do the other, like defeating the team leader and the Urban Mystica stuff. But that's Pokemon's Duolingos. Thank you guys for watching. Obrigado por assistir. Boa tarde. Ciao, ciao. I'll see you guys in the next video when I go to log on next. Just message me on Discord if you want to know more. So, ciao, ciao for now.